G'day Year 12s, just going to do a video for you on having a look at draw lengths and actual lengths and some scale factor stuff as well. So this problem is material that you got either Tuesday or Wednesday depending on which class you are. So as you can see, we're looking at question 12 over here. There we go. And what we are going to do is we're looking at a paddock that is rectangular. Alright, so we know it's going to be 4 sides. One side, or 2 of the sides are going to be 129 metres and the other 2 sides are going to be 77. So the first thing that we should do in any question like this is actually drawing stuff like this. It doesn't have to be, you know, especially in a test, because we're going to be under the pump time wise sometimes. So we want to make sure that we've written our diagram just so it helps us with some visualization, and then we're going to write our scale. So it actually gives us the scale for this one. So what that's saying is that 1 centimetre, or depending on, you know, all of the diagrams that we're going to deal with are going to be in centimetres. So 1 centimetre is going to equal 500 centimetres in actual length. Okay, so 1 centimetre in our diagram is equal to 500 centimetres in real life when we're thinking about this particular paddock. Okay. So if we are going to figure out how we need to draw this diagram, first things first is that we're going to sorry, I'll just move that down there. There we go, so we can see our scale factor. First things first, we're going to convert our metre length. Alright, so our first length is 129 metres. If we're converting that to centimetres, we are multiplying 100. Alright, that will give us 12,900 centimetres. And then we are also going to convert our other side. Alright, 77 times by 100 is going to give us 7,700 centimetres. Okay, so that is, we haven't sort of done anything with our scale. We don't know how many centimetres we're going to actually draw that just yet. But what we've done is made our division that we're about to do a little bit easier for us. Okay, so what's the calculator? Now in our test, you guys won't actually have a calculator, but the mathematical problems that you guys will do will be as difficult as this one. So what we need to do, we need to use the formula, which is, so we need to find our draw length. And, well, you should have all copied these formulas down for draw length, scale factor and actual length. But our draw length, how we find our draw length is taking our actual length, alright, and that's always going to be in centimetres for what you guys are going to do. We need to if it's not in centimetres, we need to convert it first, and then we're dividing by our scale factor. Alright, so in this case, our actual length for the side, alright, we'll just figure out our first side first. Our draw length equals 12,900 centimetres divided by 500. Okay. So if we do that, I'll just bring the calculator in here. So we're going to do 12,900 divided by 500 equals 25.8. Okay, so what that means is that when we draw our diagram, I'll just write that down here. Alright, when we draw our diagram, that it means, sorry, I'll just move that up so you can see it. It means that the longest side of our rectangle, okay, which is going to be this side here, alright, is going to be 25.8 centimetres. So I don't have a ruler with me here, but what you do is just measure 25.8 centimetres out there, and then we draw that on our diagram. If we're doing our other side of our rectangle, so our shorter side, which is going to be obviously this one here, we will follow the same process. So we know it's going to be draw length equals actual length in centimetres. In this case it's not 12,900, it's going to be 7,700, and we're still going to divide by 500. Our scale factor hasn't changed. We're using the same scale factor for both of these sort of sides that we're trying to figure out. So it would look like this. So it's still, I'll just write DL for draw length, equals 7,700 divided by 500. Alright, 77 divided by 5 is going to be 12, 13, 14, 15 point, what's that, 15.4 I believe, and we'll just check on the calculator. 77 divided by 5. Hey, there we go. My maths is not too bad. So we would draw that one 15.4 centimetres. So we have our 25.8 centimetres for our longer side, so that one here. And then we have for our shorter length, we have 15.4 centimetres. Okay, so that would be this one here. So you just measure that out using your rulers. Make sure you get one before the test. It makes it a whole lot easier. And then so that's how we do the first part of that question. The second part of the question, for the scale 1 to 500, your neighbour has used your style guide of your paddock to be 9,750 metres squared. What is their percentage area? Percentage error for the paddock's area. You guys won't actually get a question like that in this test. That's actually sort of something from the course a few years ago. That sort of part of scales isn't actually in the test this year. Okay, so you won't have to worry about that. If we were actually trying to figure out the area of our paddock, what we would do is just do our 129 multiplied by our 77, and that'd give us the area. Okay, so you may be asked to find some simple surface area or area problems in the test, but it'll be stuff like 10 times 5 or 12 times by 8, so relatively simple multiplications that you guys should be able to do. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for this one. I'm going to do another video on calculating our actual lengths, so I'll leave it here for now.